This is about how to package up your advice, your expertise. You're a coach, consultant, maybe you're a course creator, you're a teacher, you're somebody that has specific knowledge that can help people. I'm going to show you how to package that up in such a way that you can sell it online and you can make money and profit and daily, sales from selling your advice online and helping people solve a problem using the internet. So the more that you can actually engage with me and the more that you can talk with me, the better this is going to be, because I know this stuff. I'm teaching it to you in hopes that you will learn a way to take your advice, take what it is that you know that can help people, and actually package it up in such a way that you can sell it over and over and over again. That's the core behind this brand, is how to make something once and sell it over and over and over again, okay? So if you go to makeonce.com, I have my pocket coaching, I have Build Lab, I have free training over there. All that stuff is over there. You can find it, or you can go to the link in my bio at any time, or you can go to makeonce.com. Today, though, I'm here each day to help you cover these topics. So if you have something that you want me to cover, you can always email me, mike@makeonce.com, and send me the topics that you want to have covered in order to figure out how to sell your advice online. So here is what I want to ask you, okay? I'm not here to BS anybody. I'm not some guru, even though that's what you would consider me, I suppose, as a guru. I hated all that stuff. I hated being confused. I hated losing all the time and failing, following one person after another. And I mean, I'm really appreciating all the hearts and the love right now, because if you know what I'm talking about, I can definitely feel you, okay? I know what it's like to get up just scatterbrained into a point where nothing happens. How many people feel like that? Put an X down in the comments. Or you've got these big plans that you come up with and then they never come through because you get so frustrated in your mind about what to do that you literally do nothing at all and it just stagnates and it crashes. So if you're feeling that way, just put an X down in the comments. And listen, there's a lot of stuff out there that can confuse you. And in 2024, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 100 people with me, and I'm going to turn 100 people along with everybody that else is going to be here with the going live and everything else. I want to take 100 people to 6 figures, and some of those people will even go to 7 figures. And I'm going to show you how to take your advice. I'm going to show you how to turn it into a business that you can attract people, convert them into customers, help them, deliver on your promises, and actually grow a real business that can sustain a future for you, that can actually be a future you care about and that you can enjoy. So if you want to do that, if you're interested in packaging up your advice, creating your own digital product, creating a business that you can run from anywhere, and actually build something that matters and actually works, and you're not freaking out about what to do, you're not confused about going here or there, all these different things, then put an X down in the comments. Let me know if that's something that you really care about, because that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about what that actually looks like. We're going to look at a grand overview of what that looks like, and then we're going to make sure, okay, we're going to make sure that you are not confused, because I don't want you to be confused. I don't want you to be what right now. Let me ask you right now. How many people, just put me down in the comments if you're somebody that wants to sell their advice online. You want to package up your knowledge, your expertise, and you want to package it up in such a way that you can sell it online, okay? Hold on a second. One thing that you guys will learn about me is I don't put up with any bull crap. So if you want to be the bull crap person in the comments, just realize I'm going to block you, okay? I'm not here to play any games with you. I'm not here to jack around, okay? I just want to do things, okay? I want to help you. I'm not here to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. We're really going to be doing good stuff here, okay? So me, we've got Aiden says me. Who else? Me. Lynn says me. Okay, awesome. Great. Excellent. All right, just starting out, good. What if you don't have a level of knowledge, Mike? You can always find somebody that does. That's the thing right now that I want you to understand. You can either sell your product or you can sell somebody else's product. When you do this, it's the same activities. Okay, it's the same activities. Whether you're selling your product or someone else's product, it's the same activities. There is a difference, though, when it comes to creation. There is a difference when it comes to creation, because when you sell your product, you have to create it. When you sell somebody else's product, they create it. But here's the difference. Over here, you get 100%. Over here, you typically get 50%. All right. Now, in some cases, over here, if you use somebody else's product, you can get 100%, but you have no control. All right. Over certain things. Now, this isn't a battle of what's better or what's worse. It's about what you actually want to do. Me personally, I like being creative. I like building things. I like sharing what I've learned and finding something complex about what it is that I'm doing. And I like to synthesize it down and simplify it and make it faster and easier for someone else. That is me. Okay. That's me. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody. Some people, it's better for them to, sell somebody else's product, and that's completely fine. I just personally, I'm a creator. I like to create things. I'm a builder. I'm inventive. That's just what makes me happy in my life. So it is more difficult, but this is something else. Okay. You can also, this is another thing. Okay. This is something else I want you to understand, which is this. Even though you may not have the expertise, there are tons of people that are experts out there, but they don't know how to get their information out there. And through the act of you taking and helping them move their information into a place where it is valuable to everyone else because they can find it, you learn a very special lesson, which is how to actually do it yourself. So I think it's beautiful that, you have the urge to do it. And what you've really got to learn is how to get advice in front of the right people, because at the end of the day, you have, these people out here. Okay, you have these people out here. I got to get a different marker here, people. Hold on. Let me get a marker that works. We'll find one here that works. Okay, we'll put all the ones that don't work down here, and we'll keep trying till we find one. So here's what it really comes down to. Number one, we've got these systems that go in place. Okay, that one don't work. Put that one there. So here's what happens. We have attract. That one doesn't work. Okay. We have attract. There we go. Then we convert. Then we deliver. Now I'll break down what each of these are and how they actually work. And it's not, the thing is this isn't a difficult thing to do. The problem that most people have is they don't have a system. And so each day it feels like they're starting from zero, and then confusion hits. And this is just my own story coming forth. If you don't have systems in this game, it's going to be really hard for you to succeed, because you can't come out of it from just nowhere each day. Everything is a system. Your cells in your body are a system, the solar system. As it is small, so it is large. So if you can get that understanding and know that it's not going to work without systems, you just lay down to the systems and say, okay, I'm going to create great systems that allow me to share my information out there, and it's going to make things so much more easier for you. Okay. So I want to learn the skills so that I can teach others. Yeah. You just first have to ask yourself, what do I actually want to help people do? And even though you may not have the skill, as I said, you can find people that do have the skills, or you can learn the skill and you can work in such a fashion that you're just a chapter ahead. This is the thing that you really need to grasp, because it's going to allow you to relax and actually be able to create. So here's the thing. You just need to be a chapter ahead of your students. All right. And this is just simply saying, I'm going to learn, and it's like learn to fit. It's like learn and then teach. Okay. Learn to do, get result, turn and teach. And if you can take people on that journey, you can say, guys, I'm going to figure out how to do X. And as I go through that journey, everything that I'm learning from what I'm doing, I'm going to turn and teach you, and you can join me on that ride. That is a very powerful thing that you can do. Okay. It's a very, very powerful thing that you can do. And it teaches you along the way, and it's authentic in that way. A lot of people, how many people down, put a IS down in the comments if you feel like you have imposter syndrome. Okay. A lot of people feel this imposter syndrome. So when they go out there, it's hard for them to be, solid and real and feel good, because they feel like they're just being fake. They feel like they're not somebody that's valuable enough to be talking about what it is that they're talking about. How many of you feel like that down in the comments, okay? So here's what we're doing. We have this attract, convert, and delivery that happens, all right? I'll talk about each one of these things, but what we're doing is we're really doing this. And if you can get your head around this, you can really do amazing things, okay? And it doesn't have to be difficult. Matter of fact, it gets really, really simple and it builds upon itself. This is really an amazing thing, okay? Let me know down in the comments, are you guys liking this? Is this helping, okay? We'll come back, thank you. Okay, great. All right, Jennifer. You've just given me an awesome idea for my content. Learn, do, and then share that journey. Yes, 100%. Okay, you guys are digging this? Just let me know down in the comments. Can you imagine what it would be like to be sharing something that you really want to help people do, and you see people there, but they're not communicating back, right? Not that you guys aren't, and I appreciate you guys doing that, but just imagine yourself doing this, okay? Imagine yourself right now talking to a phone, and you're trying to help somebody learn something that can build and give them value and actionable results, but they're not coming back, all right? So good. Just the more we can connect, the more. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Congrats on joining the other day. Appreciate you. Looking forward to meeting you on the calls. So all I want to say is this. I'm going to give you this framework that's going to show you how this works, all right? I'm going to talk through what this is, and then here at the end, at about 8:45, we're going to go over questions for about 15 minutes. So any questions you have, you can write them down or you can ask them right away and I'll go back through, okay? What's up? Just got here. Excellent. So here's what's happening, okay? I want you to imagine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to imagine that you're going to help somebody get over this line right here, okay? This is what we're doing. So who wants to sell their own digital product? Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Listen, who wants to sell digital products online, and who wants to sell a digital product that they created? If that's you, just put me down in the comments, okay? I would love that. Excellent. Lynn says me. Excellent. Okay. Me again. Okay, good. So here's what you're doing. If you can get your head around this simple concept, it will make your life an entirely easy road to doing this. It's then just doing the thing, okay? And the beautiful thing is you don't have to create the product first before you sell it. That's actually not the correct way to do it. The correct way to do this is to actually build a blueprint. Think of like an architect. An architect doesn't create a blueprint and go build the building and then hope that somebody buys it, do they? They don't, right? What do? They build a blueprint, and then they sell that blueprint idea to people, and then whoever decides they want to spend money on that project, then they build the building. It's exactly the same process, okay? So if you're somebody that loves to create, you love to help people, you love to work from the internet where you can use video and audio and text, and you can work with people from anywhere in the world. And the beautiful thing about this business is the sky's the limit, and it's got extremely high profit margins. Extremely high profit margins, okay? Like you're selling something that's digital, but the power and the immensity of what it can do for somebody is enormous. So then it's very valuable, okay? So if you can get your head around what I'm going to share with you here, this will be huge for you. So what's happening is this. You have everybody's out there in their current situation, okay? Everybody has a current situation. You, me, and everybody else. They have a current situation, and everybody has this desired situation. Everybody has this, okay? Everybody's here, or in other words, some people call this point A, and then they're trying to get to point B. We all have this, okay? There's not a single person watching this. You have this inside of you. You want to get from point A to point B. Maybe you're in a job you don't like. You want to get out of that job and replace your income and then double it. Maybe you're in a business that you don't like and you would rather have it where it's not a physical but more of a digital product business and you want to get over to that. Maybe you want to, you're living in this place and you want to live over here, but you've got to have a certain kind of job or lifestyle or business or whatever to do that. Maybe you want your kids to go from this school to this school because it would be better for them. Maybe you want to actually knock some things off the bucket list, so that would what it would be over here. Those are the times of That's what you're helping people do in all facets of the world. And this is the most beautiful thing about this, because here you have out there in the world, you have all these people, okay? There's all these people out there in the world. And what's beautiful about the internet is you can just work in a very succinct way. You can work very, very close knit with all types of people. And that's the key with this type of deal is how many people right now are having trouble? How many people right now, you're very welcome. Thank you guys. I don't want to be freed. I do want to be free, tired of 9 to 5. Yeah, you're in the 9 to 5. You don't want to be in the 9 to 5 here. So many people right now have a great job. They just don't like it. They have golden handcuffs on because they have insurance. They have this, they have that, they have steadiness, they have security, but they don't enjoy their life. And this is a big problem. I can't go through this life knowing that I have this one shot to get through this thing. And it doesn't matter what age you're starting at either. I would rather go through the pain of trying to figure this out and the feeling of failure and the loss of confidence, all the things that you're going to face and go through, but to know that I can at least get to a place where I'm in control, right? Where I can run my life. And this is not this is not an easy task. But here's what the cool thing is. You can do hard things. And hard doesn't mean that you're going to be sweating. It doesn't mean you're going to be crying. It doesn't mean you're going to be suffering. It just means you have to be consistent on a system. And if you can get that figured out, you will do great. What's up, London? How's it going? You guys are doing so good down in the comments. I appreciate you so much, okay? I'll give to you, you give to me. We'll have a happy family, okay? So what we're going to do is when we go out there to do this, how many people put a 7 in the comments if you are having trouble with your niche and that's what's holding you back, you think, from getting more leads, getting engagement, getting attraction. Put a 7 down. Okay, we got a 7. Wow, let's go. It's time to teach a school. You are suitable to be a painter teacher. Well, thank you. Okay. 7, Jake, 7, Erica, 7, Benito. Okay, lots of 7s coming in. I have my 5th grade class say I can do hard things step by step every day. That's right. 7. Okay, so wow. So this is a huge situation here, the niche thing. How would you like me to take your niche problem away forever right now in the next 30 seconds? I can literally tell you that your niche problem is going to disappear here. And this was such a cool awakening that I had to figure out the niche, because I struggled with this immensely. I was always trying to figure out who am I going to talk to? Because if you don't know who you're talking to, it's hard to talk to them, isn't it? It's hard to create content, isn't it? It's hard to create a product. It's hard to create an email. It's hard to create a website if you don't know who you're talking to. Now, here's the weird thing. You might know what you want to do. You might know the topic area that's really interesting to you, but the real problem is you aren't quite sure who that person is. So it's kind of it's like you're trying to talk to somebody across the desk, but you have no idea who they are. And because of this, you feel like you don't know how to create a headline. You don't know how to do any of those things, and it makes it really difficult. I'm going to fix that for you right now. All you have to do is just literally think of this one thing, and then the audience just appears out of nowhere. Does anybody know what it is in the comments while I write it on here? Okay, does anybody know? Put down in the comments if you think you know what it is. Okay, and you people inside a Build Lab, okay, just wait a second. All right. Now, here's something interesting, okay? It's like talking to the brick wall. It is. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. And so when you're building your business, we obviously have to communicate in a persuasive way. We're trying to help somebody solve a problem. Thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to give you a really huge chunk, okay? Do you got the glamour filter on you? No, I do not. No filter, I swear. I don't think there's any filter. I don't know what's going on. I just have lights in here. I think maybe that's what it is. I've got little key lights and stuff like that. So here's this, okay? When you figure this out, you automatically know who your audience is. You automatically know how to talk to them, how to create hooks, how to create call to actions, how to create everything. Emails, subject lines, products. The topics that you'll need to go live just appear out of nowhere. It's really quite fascinating, okay, what can happen with this. So these people out here, here's what's happening, okay? Here's what's happening. These people are trying to get over to this other side. Like you're trying to quit the 9-to-5 job. You're trying to have a successful product so that you can make 6 or 7 figures. Most of people that I talk to, let's say they make 60 to 100,000 or 50 to 100,000 a year, because that's about what they say the average is, somewhere around 50 to 100,000. Okay, well, 100,000 is on the latter end, but let's just say 50 to 80,000 a year. Let's just say that's the common, trajectory of most people in a decent career or whatever that they don't like. And this is called the golden handcuffs. You can afford the house, the car, decent this and that, but you don't have any freedom afterwards. Or and you have to go to this job you don't like. You have to dress and listen to this person. You never get the promotion, even though you're better than the other person, but because they're in cahoots with them, they can't. And it's just, you barely make enough to it sucks. It's like a really weird place. It's not like being broke. It's not like being poor. I'm not saying that, but it's like a weird place where you're just kind of stuck. And so you can absolutely just replace your income working for yourself at home, whether you're selling your product or someone else's, does not matter. But this is the key thing that you want to try to overcome, okay? I want to make 100K. Good. Precisely where I'm at right now. Yep. Hello. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So here it is. They're trying to get over this, but they don't know how. It's like they're hitting a brick wall. Okay. Many of you might feel that way. You're trying to get out, but every time you try, it's like you're stuck. You're hitting this wall. You're dragging along. And it's like, what do I got to do? Like I care. I really want to do it. I'll do whatever I got to take, whatever it takes. Okay. So, oh my God, where I at my job, that's why I quit. Yeah. Okay. So here's what is going to unlock your niche for you. Here's what's going to unlock your niche for you. It doesn't matter if you're selling affiliate products. It doesn't matter if you're selling your own products. Please understand something about the internet or just frankly business in general. Whether you're selling your product or you're selling somebody else's product, the process of getting a customer and everything that is involved with getting a customer and making a sale is absolutely 100,000% the same. The only difference is you're selling someone else's product or you're selling your own product. And the difference there is just sometimes profit, sometimes workload. So it doesn't matter, right? Please understand this. It does not matter which product you're selling. Don't get tied up in that. That's why we're not getting the niche figured out. Okay. How many of you are tired of feeling like a copycat? You're copying this person doing this in hopes that because you see somebody else being successful doing that, so you copy what they're doing and then it doesn't work for you. You know why? Because you don't understand a key element about, some people call it a niche. Some people call it their audience. Some people call it their message. All of these things. Do you know where it lives? Okay. Do you know where it lives? Are you ready? Okay. Have I built it up enough? All right. So this is exactly what it is. If you can nail this, everything will go away because most of you are promoting a product that can solve thousands of problems. So you're confused, or help thousands of people. So you're confused. What do I talk about? Who wants to hear from me? I haven't done anything. I'm not an expert. I just want to do this thing because I heard that it helps you get money and that's my first step of getting out of my job. And that's why I chose this. I get it. I totally understand. I've done all of that stuff. Okay. So these people want to get over here to their desired situation. And here's what's neat about that. If you can help them get across these steps here, guess what? They will give you their value in return for your value, which is the answer, okay? So you're going to help get them the answer or a solution, okay? We'll call this the solution. It doesn't matter what form it comes in if you can solve the problem. If you had the most deadliest cancer in the world right now and somebody told you had to pat yourself on the head 3 times, spin around in a circle twice, and yell rabbit out the window every morning for 1 minute and it would go away in 1 week, you would do it. I know I would. I would do it twice. I would do double what they asked if that was the case. So understand that what it is that you're selling isn't the thing that matters. Okay? Here's what it is. Figure this out and you win. What problem do you want to solve? I didn't ask what problem. There is to solve. I asked you, what problem do you want to help people with? Because I can show you how this marker could help you lose weight. I could show you how any product can help you be smarter. The question you have to ask is, there's a person at point A. There's a person that this person wants to get from A to B. They don't know how, or they would do it. And everybody has a current situation, so the world is literally your oyster. So everybody has a current situation. Everybody has a desired situation. There are steps, no matter what it is that you say. There are steps that people have to go through to get from point A to point B. If you don't know the steps to get them across, somebody does, and you can get them in front of that, and that is your value, and they'll exchange their money for you. Here's what else is neat, okay? Here's what else is neat. When you know what problem you solve, you can start talking about the problem that you solve, and guess who's going to come? The people with the problem. If you were talking into this entire internet world like this, okay? Imagine this entire internet world here is a train station. And you're walking through the train station and you see somebody, you see them go down, they're having a heart attack. If you yell into the train station, I need help, the chances of you getting the right kind of help are very slim. The chances of you getting somebody to even turn around and hear you, again, very slim. But if you yell into that crowd of people in the busy train station, just going all over, this guy's having a heart attack. I need somebody that's a doctor to help this person. When you know the problem that you need to solve and you yell it into the void, or you yell it in, when you speak it into the social media world, you speak it into an audience, that person, a doctor, would turn around and come jetting towards you. The people that have that problem are going to come jetting towards you. Do you follow what I'm saying? Put yes in the comments if you're having a little bit of a light bulb moment. All right? So the problem that I help people solve is I help people take their advice and sell it online so that they can get into a life that they want, so that they can have real, true freedom. Freedom is different for everybody, but the freedom to explore the world, what I want to do, the freedom to have financial power, the freedom to have security, the freedom to not be told no all the time, the freedom to actually feel good about spending money, okay? The freedom to enjoy life at its greatest moments, right? And to build and create. Here's what it is. Everybody's looking for a niche. They're thinking of a person that's, 35 to 55, that has 2 dogs, lives in San Francisco in an apartment, has a $70,000 a year job or whatever, right? That is really difficult. There's a lot of that out there, and that's not going to be very easy to speak to. But if you can speak to the people that have the problem, all you have to do is talk about the problem. So let me give you an easy example of this. Let's say we're walking through a very busy, let's say we're on a cruise ship where it's extremely busy. And let's say that while we're walking, it's really hard for you to walk because your lower back hurts so bad that it's like you almost have to feel like you got to sit down, and you don't get to enjoy the ship. You don't get to enjoy the views. Every time you're standing there, you just can't quite do anything because your back hurts so bad. Now, what if we were all walking through that and there was a loud playing speaker, close to us in the hall, and it said, "Hey, are you having trouble walking? Are you having trouble hanging out with your friends because your back hurts so bad? It's like that lower part of your back is just killing you. And you almost feel like you need to take a rest." That person would, in almost any case, have to stop and listen. Do you understand? How many times have you heard stop the scroll, but you're having trouble stopping the scroll all the time, right? You hear this? So if that's what you're hearing and you're not able to do it, it's probably because you're saying help out into the void. I can help you out into the void, and nobody can hear you. So they're not stopping. The words you're saying in your content are not helping. Your product isn't appealing because it doesn't communicate to them properly where they are in their current situation. But the moment you know what you're doing here, you can speak that into an audience of bazillions of people, And if you do that consistently enough, the people that have the problem are going to come to you. Now, this is what else is really amazing about problems. It's the only way to make money. The only way to make money is to solve problems. There is not one thing that you could announce down in the comments right now. There's not a single thing that you can put in the comments right now that tells me that the only way to make money is not by solving problems. You couldn't name something in the comments right now and say, well, yeah, but Mike, this. Think of one thing where somebody's making money that is not solving a problem. Think of one thing where people are getting money by not solving a problem. Now, yes, you could inherit the money, but somebody had to solve a lot of problems so that they had the money to inherit to you. And if you inherited the money, most people that inherit money don't keep it for very long because they don't know how they got it. And so this is the amazing thing. Investing, you're solving a problem. How is investing? So you make money from investing. You're solving a problem for a company by investing in it. Okay, do you understand? So you get a dividend. You get a pull off. Okay, that's how the whole stock market works. That's why the investors are in charge. Okay, if everybody pulled their investments out of the company, it would crash. This happens all the time. Okay. So there's nothing that you could say. A stripper, okay? So a stripper. The stripper, there's somebody out there that has sexual tension, and the stripper is solving that, so they tip the person. They give them the money. Think of, somebody said donating. Somebody is creating a scenario where if you donate to them, they go help somebody and solve their problem through the donations. I'm letting you know that this is the absolute and utter way to find your audience and make them just come to you salivating for what it is that you offer. And it doesn't matter how you do it. Some people can use a plate to eat off of. Some people can make money by entertaining people by spinning the plate. So it's not about the thing. It's not about the price. People will pay any price for the thing that they want or the thing that they need. This is not the question. Is it too much expensive? Is it too hard? Is it too easy? This is not the problem. The problem is they don't understand the value that you're delivering. And when you hear people say, give value, that's terrible advice. It's not good advice to just give value. That's not how this works. You have to solve a problem. And in order to do that, you have to give value in such a way that they have actionable activities that they have to do in order to make the money. So this is what is so important for you, and this can solve your problem ultimately forever in the getting of attention, the getting of money, the getting of time. How do you solve a problem? Okay? What problem do you solve? What is the outcomes of the problem being solved? Okay? But you don't solve your problems and you don't do anything productive for yourself. Maybe I'm missing something there. Solve a problem, offer a solution. Okay, so we'll do questions here in just a few minutes, but I want to show you something very simple that you can start understanding and doing, okay? So, we have to attract. How do we attract people? Somebody put down in the comments, based off what you've learned today in this live, how do you attract people? Okay? What do you do to attract people? What's the first thing that you've got to know? What's the first thing you've got to know in order to attract people? Okay? Okay. What? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. But so, seriously, put down in the comments, what is the first thing that you need to know in order to attract people? Okay, how to call out the problem. Very good, Lynn. So, if you call out the problem, remember the busy train station, don't forget that analogy. It's very helpful when you're having that time where you're sitting down to yourself and you're going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what kind of content to create. I don't know what to post. I don't know what to create. I don't know. Just remember, the only purpose of a business, please write this down. The only purpose of a business is to solve a problem. Understand something. A business doesn't just show up and people come find it and spend money with them. This is not what happens. That is not what happens. Here's what happens. There is a group of people out there, a small group of people that already have a common problem that they don't know how to solve. And a business goes out there and listens. They find out that there is this this small group of people out here, they can hear it. This is an ear, okay? They can hear that they have a problem and they go, I wonder how I can solve that problem. Because if I do, all I have to do is go back to the people that I was listening to that had the problem, and all I have to say is, I heard you out there. I heard you didn't know how to solve this problem, so what I did was X, Y, and Z, and that's how we came up with this. And this thing, let me show you the benefits of using this to solve your problem. And the moment you do that, then all of a sudden, it's like there was a problem. The business heard the problem, okay? They heard the problem of the people. They went back to their office, okay? They figured out a solution, and then they went back to the people that had the problem and said, here is the path. And if you can understand that, you become ever so valuable. You become always heard. Every topic that you come up with. Now when you talk to the Chat GPT, it's saying something like this. This is what I do when I talk to Chat GPT. I created an entire brand guide actually that talks about the problem that I solve and how I solve it and everything. And it told me who my customers were based off that. I said, based off the market as it is today in the world, this is Chat GPT 4. I said, based off the current market and the understanding of the market, who has the problem that I'm solving here? Who are the people that want to package their advice, turn it into a product, a solution, and sell it as a digital entity, a productized service where they can sell their advice, their solutions, their expertise, and it said aspiring entrepreneurs, all right? Experts, coaches, consultants, course creators. Now, I can say all that, but it's not going to stop somebody the same as I say something, in other words, like this. Hey, have you always wanted to package up your advice into a digital product that you can sell online, but you have no idea where to start? You don't know how to create the product. You don't know how to record it. You don't know even how to market it. Have you ever felt like that? Well, listen, in this video, I've got 3 things that I'm going to share with you that are going to help you do that. Now, all of a sudden, people are like, and they stop and listen. Now, all of a sudden, people are like, oh yeah, that's me. And they self-identify. And now I can go to the Chat GPTs and the AIs and everything, and I can go to them and I can say, hey, Chat GPT, here's the problem that I solve for people, and here's how I solve it. What is the best 5 pieces of content that I can create this week? What is a product that I could create that is based off the current market standings? What could I do to show people? How do I build a website that attracts and converts those people? What's an email campaign that I could create that would help those people understand the problem that I solve for them? Does this make sense? Are things opening up? And it all stems from this right here, because everybody has a current situation. We go out there and we listen for people's current situation. That's why it's so important to figure out, what are you actually interested in? What do you actually care about? Because if you try to solve a problem that you're not interested in, or it's not in the industry or the category that you like, you won't have the passion and power and focus and discipline and consistency to actually be good enough to stay in there and solve it. That's why it's so, when you hear people say, do something you're passionate about, they don't mean, oh, I'm passionate about, making beads and bracelets, okay, or something like that. Now, I've made a bead bracelet, okay, so don't get me wrong here. What I'm trying to say is, you could say, okay, if you're really into beads and bracelets and stuff, what you would start searching is, what are all the problems that surround that situation? All the people that are in a current situation in that market, what are the problems, and are people actively seeking to solve it? And this is really easy to discover. You go to Amazon and look at reviews, the good ones and the bad ones, based off what you're searching for. You can go to the internet at any place that has a search engine and search as if you had the problem and you were trying to solve it, and see, are people actually there trying to do that? My favorite place to go is on TikTok here, or any of the socials, and search, how do I solve this problem? And then I find all that video, I find all those, all the things where people are trying to help them solve it, and I go down to the comments, because if they watched a video on how to solve a specific problem that I want to be involved with, and they still have questions, guess what that does? It tells me everything. This is the listening part of what we've got to do. Okay, this is the listening part of what we got to do. You know how they always say you got two ears and one mouth kind of thing, which I fail at tremendously. I talk too much. Okay. But I will say this, when I do listen, when I do search, when I do try to find the problem that still remains, then I can discover a way to solve it. But until you have that, your business won't have any appeal, because you don't come up with a good idea in the shower and then go shouting about it out into the universe and think people are going to come to you and buy it. This is what a lot of people are doing, and it's not your fault. You just don't know. I didn't know. I did that, right? What I found out though is you reverse this. You first go out and listen and find the problem that you're passionate about. And what you start with isn't always what you end with, but it gets you going. You know, when you first started learning how to ride a bike, it wasn't the best bike in the world. It wasn't your favorite kind of bike. It wasn't the right size for you, but you learned how to ride it, didn't you? And then once you learned how to ride it, you could upgrade the bike. You could get one that fits you. You could get one that's adjusted the right way. And that's what is important here. Most of you aren't starting because you're thinking that you've got to have the right bike out of the gate. No, you just need to learn how to ride the bike first. Then we can adjust the bike. Then we can get a different bike, and we can, but we got to be traveling in the direction, right? So thank you for the hat. Everybody wants this hat. It's so crazy. So what happens here is this. When you go to attract people, you have to start with the end in mind. We have to start here. Okay? We're going to ask questions. You guys are going to get questions here in about 2 minutes. So you start here. What do I mean by that? Well, by starting here, the delivery is basically the solution that you're going to give somebody, okay? So this is the solution that you're going to give somebody. That's why they're going to pay you. So you start here. Okay, here's the solution that needs to be created based off the problems that I found in the arena, industry, category, market that I'm happy about. See, I really love business. I don't know why. Most of my family was business people, farmers, stuff like that. So it was just I kind of grew up around it. And I liked it. I liked the idea of creating something that was helpful and offering it to the people that need that help. And then they pay you and you're in charge of that whole process. It didn't matter how many hours you worked as long as you got the job done. That was the key thing. Did they get the result? That's what I love about it. I really like that. And I really love technology. I love video. I love communicating with people. So the internet business thing just really hit the nail on the head for me, right? It was perfect. Your arena can be anything that you want. Horseback. I've got people that teach dogs how to, train dogs, how to do art, anything that you can think of. Those people are out there and they're in a current situation and they want to get over to a desired situation. So this is where it is very great for everyone. Okay. So you start here. How are you going to deliver the solution? Me, I wanted to create membership programs. I wanted to create digital courses. I wanted to create mastermind groups. I wanted to create compact digital products that I could sell for whatever price they were worth. And I wanted to actually create and sell those things so that I could work from anywhere in the world, make as much money as I want, talking to the people I care about and want to help. And I want to help everybody, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be, you got to focus on your craft, right? And so the point I'm getting at is it's not about being an expert. It's not about being the best. It's about, do you have the solution? That solution may be you finding somebody else that has the solution and getting them in front of the person that needs it. And you get value for that. You get to shave off the top, the value in that. And they will both be happy to give it to you. Okay? Because you're helping somebody get from here to here. And it's that simple. It's nothing more, nothing. Now look, once you know how you're going to deliver and what you're going to deliver, it starts to become really easy to convert them, because all we do in the conversion phase is we drive them in front of the information that shows them the value and the process of getting the product, using the product, and the benefits and the guarantees and all the things that are involved with making that product and that solution a viable thing, something that actually will help them. And it becomes really easy to talk about it. Some people are like, well, how do you know how to do the video sales letter and all this stuff? I'm just sharing with them the solution, what it is, how it works, why it matters to them, and what they can do to get it, and what happens if it works or doesn't work. It becomes a very simple, almost like kindergarten type scenario. And this is where you can really feel good about not having to be some selling expert. You just need to be excited about helping that person get to the other side here. And you just help them find these steps, whether it's the steps that you created or somebody else created. The point is, do they get across? Do you get them over this right here? Because this is the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. Not how important you are, not how special or how attractive or how tall or short or skinny or fat. None of those things matter. It's not about you at all. This is the great thing. It's about them. Remember, it started with them, not you. You went out looking for them. This has nothing to do with you. You're the delivery mechanism. You're the antenna for the information. You're the transference, right? All these things have been figured out already. Do you understand? All these things have been figured out already. You're helping people get to this is the only thing that matters. Do they get here? Do you get them from here to here? They don't care how you get them there. They don't care what you look like or what you sound like or what you smell like or anything. They don't care about any of that stuff. What they care about is, can you help me? What's in it for me? Have you ever heard that? Okay. That is, the C is conversion, attract, convert, deliver. But in order to attract, you got to know what you're delivering. And in order to convert, you got to know what you're delivering. So here's how it is. In order to make this work, to get this with any business, you've got to know the solution. Therefore, you have to know the problem first, because you can't know the solution without knowing the problem first. If you really want to get good at business, focus on identifying problems and then finding resources and finding solutions to those problems, and you will have more of this than you know what to do with. And it will come to you easier than you ever know. Most people are running from problems. That's most people, and most people are broke and doing things they don't like to do. But if you run at problems and you try to find those problems and then find the solution to those problems, you will have time and money. That's the byproduct of somebody that does that. That's what you get. And the more specific and the bigger the problem is that you solve, the more you make at one time. And the more specific the problem is, the easier it is to talk about it, because it's very specific. You don't want to be general. Think of a general practice doctor versus like a neurosurgeon. Who makes more, right? Think about it. Who has to work more? The general practice does. The neurosurgeon can work with 2-3 people a year and make $1 million. Okay, the general practice people have to work with 6 people a day, 7 days a week for a couple $100,000. The difference is the specificity and the depth and the size of the problem. So this is the thing that I want you to understand. Okay, so to convert, we got to know the problem. To attract, we've got to know the problem. Okay, and then we can attract people. This is actually quite simple. Once you know what the problem is, and once you know how you're going to solve it. And like I said, you can solve it with your own product, if that's fine, if that's what you want to do. You can solve it using someone else's product, and you can just peel the money off of the top, right? It's kind of like somebody else built the house, you just sold it and take your share. That's kind of what that is. Or you can be the person that builds the house and sells the house. Does this make sense? So hopefully, Mike, I'm having a hard time finding my right people, then speaking to them through content. What problem are you solving? That's what we talked about in the very beginning here. Once you know this one thing, everything becomes clear. Everything becomes clear. You're not looking for people, you're looking for problems. People have those. If you look for people, you're going to miss a whole lot of people. You're going to miss a whole lot of people. And you're not going to be niched down. That's not what niching down means. That doesn't mean you work with, one-armed, red-headed people that live in Vermont that drive a blue car and have a dog and shop at, whatever store at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's not a niche. A niche is asking yourself, what problem am I going to help the world solve? If you think of anybody that is ultra successful or successful by any means, they are solving a problem, and that is the reason they are successful. Now think about this. You're working your job. Somebody's paying you $50,000 to $100,000 a year to solve a problem for them. And that problem that you're solving, I want you to think about this now, okay? This is going to tell you a lot. So you have this company, right? You work for this company, and there's all these little positions inside of this company, right? Think of all the positions inside of the company. You've got a secretary, you've got a delivery guy, you've got a creator guy, you've got a marketing guy, you've got a manager person, you've got a computer fixer person, you've got a food person, an HR person. All of these little things, when all of these problems are solved, right, they can move people from over here in their current situation to over here to their desired situation. And in exchange for that, they get money. And there's enough money coming in from being able to do that that they can pay you $100,000 a year. Well, my goodness, if they can pay you $100,000 a year for the problem you're solving, what if you took an idea from that and solved it for yourself and you didn't have to divvy it up to all these people in here? This is the revelation I had, and this is when I realized, oh, neat. This is really cool, okay? So then I realized, I don't have to work for somebody else to make this money. I just need to do what I would be doing for somebody else, but just do it on my own. And even though it's at a smaller scale, it doesn't matter. I don't have to split it with anybody, right? Sorry to ask, could you tell me about sales? Because I'm a sale promoter. I want to know more. If you go here to makeonce.com, I've got a free training that goes into all of that, okay? It goes into all that. You can't miss it. If you just go to makeonce.com, it's right there. I've also got a $27 per month. Okay, this is where I want everybody to start, really. It's $27 a month. Okay, or in other words, it is 88 cents a day. And I send you one video a day, and it's a pocket coaching video, and I teach you about how to attract, convert, and deliver and get people through this process. It's less than $1 a day, and you can have that. All you have to do is go to makeonce.com, and it's called pocket coaching, okay? Every day I send you a video. So here's first aid courses as an itch. Yeah, what is it? What problem is it solving? Okay? So even though you are mapping it out in a direct line, people need to know time will still play into it. Time, always. If you really think about it, what you're actually doing is let's say this person over here, I'm going to be very, very general and specific here, okay? General and specific don't make sense. I'm going to be very general, but I'm going to be specific about how this works, okay? So let's say this person is fat and over here they want to be skinny, okay? I'm on kind of that road right here myself. So this person wants to get to skinny as fast and as easy as possible. And if you can help that person get there fast and easy, they will give you their money, because time is the only thing we can't refill. So time is the ultimate solution. But some people have time, but they're not happy with the time that they have. Even if they have, some people have, look at a homeless person. They have all day long, every day, but they're not happy, are they? It's more than time. It's more than time. So understand something. You're getting paid to solve a part of the puzzle in your job, okay? So think about that. So it's not, when they go to hire you at your job, they're not hiring you going, we need somebody super pretty, super smart, super this. No, they're hiring you because you can solve a specific problem that they need solved within their company. Does this make sense? So it's no different in the world. Only thing is it's not your boss looking for somebody to solve a problem in the business. It's a human being, and they have a problem. And it's not a specific human being, okay? Is 2 years too long for what? I help small businesses get funding, okay? What is the problem, though? I help entrepreneurs get seen online. That's okay, but what's the problem? This is where we get in trouble. It's a very simple thing that happens all the time, okay? Here's what a lot of people mess up, okay? Is it too broad if it is for people who are experiencing fear and anxiety and want peace and happiness? No, not at all. But the thing you have to talk about is you have to talk about the specificness of the problem. This is where people get messed up, okay? This is where people get messed up. I promise you, if you can focus on this, you will do tremendous in your business, and you will continue to feel more relaxed, more focused. You will have actual successful content. You will stop people in their scroll. No longer will you be like, what's the headline? You will know instantly. And you can look, you know how people give you all those headline formulas, all those copywriting formulas, and you look at them and you go, oh, this is great. But it still doesn't like compute. You're like, why? Be like, I got this framework, I've got this thing, but I don't know what. It's because you don't understand the problem that you solve. This is the first thing you have to figure out. You have to figure this out. Broken education system. Yeah, but what's the problem because of that? Here's what Toyota does. This is a very specific thing, okay? It's called the 5 why principle, okay? It's called the 5 why principle. Usually by the 5th why that you ask, you get to the root of the problem. If you want to play this game, we can do it right now. So we got why, right? Why, and then we ask 5 of these, and you will get to the root of the problem, okay? So why, let's go back to, it's people, unfortunately, I don't know. It's people, unfortunately. I can share a story where the problem got solved, okay? My products are natural and solve many health problems, arthritis, constipation, sleep patterns, etc. Okay? Okay, okay, and we got another one here. So Bernardo Triana, look at this. What is the thing that is painful in my life because I have arthritis? That's how you stop the scroll. Is it hard for you to cook because your arthritis stops you from, you pick it up and there's shooting pain inside of your hand? Have you ever felt like that? Well, listen, I have something I want to share with you that can help you loosen these things up. Now all of a sudden they stop. If you just say arthritis, people have arthritis all over the place. Be specific, and listen, if your arthritis thing helps with arthritis all over the body, that's fine. Just pick a specific part of the body in your piece of content. Tomorrow pick a different part of the body, but be specific about the pain. If I just yell, help, this person needs help, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening because everybody's worried about themselves. But if I yell, this person's having a heart attack, quick, I need a doctor, who do you think's going to come over? Any person that has a heart attack skill, anybody that knows how to fix that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. Hurry, this man, he's bleeding. I need somebody that can help me stop the bleeding. Okay. So this is, yes, this is, okay, heart pain, heartbreak. Yeah, there's a big difference, right? Programs, okay, more specific. I help small businesses get funding without personally guaranteeing. This is not specific enough, okay? Let me ask you a question here. It's okay. This is why I'm here to help you. This is why I do this right now. If you can understand this, it's going to save your life in creating it's going to allow you to attract people that you can convert and deliver your solution to, and therefore you get the money, okay? And the time, because time buys money. No, money buys time, sorry. So here's the thing. If a small business cannot get funding, what pain are they going through? Okay? What pain are they going through? People say, well, I don't want to talk about pain all the time. A business's only existence is to solve problems. Problems cause pain. So think about it. Funding, okay? Let's start there. Let's do the 5 why thing, okay? No funding. Why? Okay? Why? Why no funding? What is the problem? A small business without funding cannot grow, okay? Why can't they grow? So this is the second why, okay? Can't grow. Why can't they grow? Why can't they grow? Time bring money. Can't have a business, okay? Good, all right. Let's see, yes, thank you. Okay, keep going. More specifically, kids aren't being taught according to their learning styles. Okay, why is that a problem? Do you see where I'm going with this? We're just not going deep enough to the root cause of the problem, and therefore people can't hear you. Okay? What's bad credit? Okay? So no customers. All right, let's see. So we're still on this funding thing because that's kind of a harder one. Okay, small business without funding can't grow. Okay, can I do business with you? Okay, yes, because they can't learn and they fail. Oh, now, okay. And what happens if they can't learn and they fail? What happens to them? Okay, multiplies money. No funding because they cannot scale their operation. cannot cover expenses. Okay. Can't grow because you said can't cover expenses, right? Why is that a problem? What happens? I'm serious. 5 whys, you'll be there, okay? Without business, you have to get patient. With business, you have to get patient. Well, yes, with everything you have to be patient. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, right? It doesn't matter what it is. And that is true, and thank you. But if you have a system in place, things can dramatically change quickly because nobody said business isn't one-to-one. It's something that compounds over time. It goes like this. It looks like this. If you look at any successful person, it goes like this and then it shoots up. But this right here could be more than what you're making at your current job. When it gets to here, this is just like insanity, okay? So you got to understand, business isn't linear. It's exponential. It doesn't just grow 1 + 1 + 1. It's like 1, 50, 100. It's exponential. Okay, so no funding, can't do payroll, cash flow is king, that's true. No income to business, can't cover expenses, cannot continue to operate, close down. We close down. And what happens if they close down? Okay, we're on the last one. If they close down, then what happens? They don't graduate, low self-esteem, yep. And why is that a problem? Why is not graduating and having low self-esteem, why is that a problem? Okay? You guys are learning something very valuable right now if you're listening. If you're listening through the failure, okay, out of work, yep. But what happens when they have a family and they're out of work and they have to close down? I help photographers build a successful real estate photography business. Okay? Okay, that's great. Close down, hitting failure. Hey, what's up? Let's see, that will affect the rest of their life. They won't be able, no freedom. Okay, can't support their family. Hey, are you worried? Okay, check this out. What would make you stop scrolling more in this busy world of social media where you have to stand out? Most people would say this. Okay, here's what they would say, right? You ready? I don't remember what you said from the very beginning about funding or whatever, but I could say, hey, we help businesses get funding so they can operate. Is that, so there's that, or, hey, is a lack of funding in your business causing you to almost have to close down and then you're wondering like, how am I going to keep my kids in school, feed my family, keep my car in the garage, or even have a garage to put it in? If you're at that place and you're wondering like, what am I going to do, and you have nowhere else to look, I've got 3 things that I want to share with you in this quick TikTok video that's going to help you understand how you can get funding to have an operational business so that you can keep providing. Do you see the difference in the scroll stopping? Do you see the difference in the headline that can happen? It's a completely different scenario. Because remember, current situation. Listen, if I can't get, it's kind of like a subject line. If you could have inside of an email, there could be, it could say inside of an email, I'm giving you $1 billion cash tax-free. I'm going to bring it to your house. All you have to do is reply to this email. Okay? That could be inside of an email. But if the subject line sucks and they don't open the email and ever read it, it just goes away. So just like in your content, if they don't stop and listen to the content, you're toast. Doesn't matter how good your thing is. Doesn't matter what it is. Does this make sense? So it's so important. I have 130,000 subs and make $4,000 a month from Amazon. People would pay for that. Interesting. People would pay for that. Interesting. I'm not sure what you're saying there. It needs to be a prompt for ChatGPT. It is. You can prompt it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Yes, you make people think by asking questions. Questions are the answer. You're not looking for answers. You're looking for questions. And questions are giving you the answer. The problems are the solution. Think about it. The hardest thing to find is this right here. Once you find the problem, the solution is actually quite simple. It's the complete opposite of the problem. Okay? Have you ever seen this? Okay, this is about as far back as it goes right here, right? Okay, has anybody ever seen this thing? Okay, you guys know what I'm drawing here, right? I'll try to keep it quick here. But you see like this, the little yin yang, okay? It's really hard to find, you gotta find, I don't know which one is which, but once you find one side, okay? Once you find one side, the other side, it just appears, okay? It just appears. The hardest thing is finding the problem. That's why we have mental models. We have things like, the scientific method is my favorite problem-solving machine of all time. We have all these different mental models that we can use and filters to lay against a problem to find it. Because once you identify the problem, the solution almost appears immediately. So, is your bank account at zero after all your Christmas expenses? Would that stop your... that definitely is a lot more powerful because it's emotional too. You've got to get people to feel. You've got to get connection is currency. Is your bank account at zero? So that's a very great question, and that is a problem after all your Christmas expenses. Yeah, that's a powerful hook. Great job. Okay, I'm a science teacher. That's it. Yeah. You're getting it. Yeah. You're getting it. Exactly. So now how you could go further, how could you make that even more powerful? How could you make that even more powerful? All right. Remember, and people don't want to just improve their situation. They don't want to just improve being in situation A. They want to get out of it into a new situation. Do you understand? So improvement offers aren't good. Okay. They just aren't. People don't want to just improve. They want to change completely. They want to get a completely different scenario. Okay. Whether that is, I don't want to just improve my health. I want to be in the greatest health. I don't want to just improve my belly. I want to have a flat ab stomach, right? Like that, and that is so important for you to understand. They just want to, the vehicle, I'll tell you right now, almost all the problems that you're going to probably end up trying to solve have already been solved. But there will always be a new basketball coach. There will always be a new car maker or vehicle maker. There will always be a new hat maker. There will always be a new everything. So don't get discouraged by this. What's neat is all the people ahead of us that learned how to fish, they turned around and taught us how to fish so that we can fish faster and easier. It's actually even better that it's been solved. But people still have the problem, and somebody needs to get them the solution still. That doesn't change. Okay? That doesn't change. And technology changes. Everything changes. So you're always in business. As long as there's problems in the world, there will be business. You just have to be an expert at finding the problem. The moment you find it, the solution appears. It's very interesting, okay? So Mike is crushing it today. Hope your Christmas was amazing. Thank you. So thanks, Blue Castle. What's up, brother? New coach, yeah. There will always be children born. Yep. There's somebody always doesn't know. I'm new to your channel. I'll be grabbing your product as soon as possible. I didn't know I needed this info. Yeah, and you know what's so interesting is it's not that you didn't know. I just reminded you of basic common sense things. Not that you don't have common sense. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as entrepreneurs, as people, as humans, we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. And then we need to simplify more than we need to complicate. And we need to do less that actually that actually does more. You're better to focus on one thing, on one channel, on one problem, and be an expert at solving it, because you'll make way more than you will trying to solve tons of problems. If you can't solve one problem really well, why are you trying to solve a bunch of problems really well? Okay? If you can't create one funnel or conversion device really well, why are you thinking you can do two? If you can't get one business to be successful, why are you trying to have two? Focus is going to be the key thing. Here's what happens. Okay, here's what happens. Here's what's going on. And this isn't your fault, again, and I'm not using some persuasion trick on you. I'm being serious, okay? We have to learn how to unprogram ourselves more than we need to learn how to program ourselves. Look, in life, we have only so much energy per day, right? And let's say each one of these things are 1 unit of energy, or let's say hours in our day, okay? Here's what most people are doing. They're trying to make, okay, if we look at, let's take this right here, okay? So if you look at this right here, most people are making, let's say, 1 inch of progress in 8 different directions each day, right? This, for one, causes massive confusion, massive problem. But if you can focus on one thing, one problem, one business, one social channel, one solution, if you can focus on this, instead of running around flashlight versus a laser, if you can focus every day, you will make 8 inches of progress in one direction versus every day making, 1 inch of progress in 8 different directions. This person will outrun this person 8 times. And they will have to do less work. They will have less confusion, less stress, less difficulty, and they'll create a better outcome. Okay? Would you rather have a doctor that's good at fixing a bunch of stuff? Let's say that you have a broken knee, the thing that you use to walk, or anything valuable, a broken eye. Do you want to just go to a general doctor that knows how to fix a bunch of things, or do you want to go to an eye doctor? Or do you want to go to a knee specialist? Who gets more money? This person or this person? And this is great for you because it makes things simple. It makes things simple, okay? I will take this and I'll just bring it back. Hello to the best web coach, Maria. I love you. You are the best. I'll record this. I'll put this out. I'll try to get, I won't try. I will. I will put this out on YouTube. I'll stick it out there on YouTube. Okay. It's not quantity, it's quality. Yep. And at the end of the day, it's really, I'll be uploading. Can your problem be broad? Like make beautiful glass art. Well, what kind of beautiful glass art? Okay. Yeah, of course it can. Listen, Mountain Woman products, 100%. The problem is the problem. Now, who's going to make more? Somebody that helps you mow the grass, or somebody that helps you make your current grass more healthy, greener, and show ready. Okay, so we're still talking about grass here. But one person's just cutting it, the other person's giving it vitality and color and virtue, so the more specific you are about your problem that you solve, the more you're going to have attraction, the more you're going to have value. Okay? When people say provide value, you have to provide value that is actionable, result-oriented value. Whenever you create a piece of content, first you get them to stop scrolling by being specific about the pain that the problem causes. Next, you're going to cover, I wouldn't say more than 3 things, right? Like the rule of 3, red, white, and blue, red, yellow, green, or whatever, it's like 3 stool chairs, okay? 1, 2, 3, ABC, like the rule of 3, right? This, that, the other. Okay, it's just a rule of 3. Share 3 things that are actionable that they can do to get a result. That's what makes you valuable. And if you provide enough of that, then you become persuasive in such a way that I'm not trying to be persuasive with you. I'm just being very specific about this core problem that I said I'd help you solve. And in that, I have brought value that makes you want to want more. Okay? So when we come to the let's make beautiful glass art, that's a very specific thing in the entertainment sector. Okay? So that's a very specific thing. What's the pain that the glass art solves? Okay, what's the problem the glass art solves? How can I use it? Oh, I don't know. This is where artists always get messed up. I love art, okay? I've made a lot of paintings. I love to paint, okay? And draw and all that stuff. I'm not a good artist. I just said I was an artist. So the thing that it does though is I would think about it like this. Who are the people, right? Like you think about the people that like make gorgeous stained glass art, share 3 techniques to perfect cuts. Yeah, exactly. That's one thing. Also, what if you're a real estate person and you're getting ready to show a really fancy house and you take this beautiful, glass art and it's a sculpture glass art inside of a house. Hey, are you getting ready to show $1 million listing and you need some really impressive, unique, outstanding art that's going to make the house pop and look amazing? Well, look, I've got some incredible artwork. Let me show you 3 different styles of stained glass artwork that you can put into a listing of a house. So you can apply this to anything. I could say that about anything. That's why I said one person can sell plates that you eat off of. One person can sell plates that they spin. One person could sell plates that you give to somebody else that has their picture on it, that's a loved one's fondest memory that sits in a shelf. You have to start thinking about that's why I said that 5 why principle. And then I'm going to jump off of here, okay? I'm going to jump off of here. If you want more of me, go to makeonce.com, okay? But this 5 why, here's what I want you to try to do here, okay? I want you to think, first off, remember, I've got to find the problem. Finding the problem and solving the problem is the most important activity in a business. That's all a business exists for, nothing else. Businesses only exist to solve problems, okay? Once you have the problem, start asking the 5 whys, okay? Why is this important? Whatever you say, keep asking until you get to the 5th why, and what you're looking for, okay, is what is the pain and the root of that pain, okay? Once you have that, you have every show-stopping, scroll-stopping post there ever will be. And you'll be better at some than others. Your product, everything that you need to talk about, everything will be there. You simply just need to ask, okay? Everything is at Make Once. All my social medias, all my products, all my free products, everything is at makeonce.com. Okay? If you want to get close with me without having to spend a bunch of money up front, if you want to just try me out on a paid version, go to my pocket coaching. Okay? It's 88 cents a day. You can cancel at any time. Okay? I call it pocket coaching. You get 1 video per day. Okay? Just go to makeonce.com/pocket coach. And it's only $27 a month. You can cancel anytime. I send you a video every single day. Okay. Now, I'm still getting your emails. Excellent. Good. Dang, you're good. Thank you. Okay, good. So appreciate you guys. You guys, first off, I want to thank you all for being absolutely fantastic engagers, communicators with me. You guys have been very glued in. You guys have been very receptive and you've been very kind. And I really appreciate that. I very, very much so appreciate that. Okay. I really do. And I will tell you, one of the best things in the world that you can do is once you find the problem and you understand how to get people to that solution, just be consistent. This is the key. This is the key, okay? Consistency is more powerful than anything in the world, all right? But when you get consistency going in a straight line, you could have a flashlight that's consistent, but the energy that it can provide isn't the same as a laser being consistent. So just remember, yes, I had a great holiday. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Make your idea come from them. Yeah. Remember, this is about you. Right now, this is about you, not me. I'm just the antenna delivering information. I didn't come up with this information. I'm not the originator on it. I'm just taking it and synthesizing it down and delivering it to you, so hopefully you're getting it easier. Hopefully you're getting it faster. Hopefully you're enjoying the process more. this is what I'm about, okay? The laser, the laser is like this, right? And then if you guys have any questions, please ask now because I'm going to be jumping off here. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to be going live every day at 9 a.m. Central Time. I will send out an email before I go live if anything changes or anything, but just assume 9 a.m. Kansas time each day, okay, Central Time. So this is, you know, when I showed you this thing, okay, versus this is what you want to do, okay? You want to find, I promise you, and I promise you, I tried doing a bunch of things and I could barely get past 6 figures, okay? I was making like 10, 15 grand a month. As soon as I got specific, as soon as I got specialized, I got way over 7 figures and really fast, okay? So this is the difference. Just know you need to find one problem to solve. You need to find one social channel that you love the most. You need to find one funnel that you can figure out. Okay, you need to have one offer, all right? One solution, right? Same thing there, okay? Just stick with this. When you can get this to this, then the way you make it go higher is then you add one more, okay? You can solve every financial and time problem in your life with one product, one social channel. There's billions of people on these channels. As long as you come at it with the problem that you solve, you will have more people there than that you can help. But the problem is you're doing this. You're going in all these different directions and you have no power. Nobody knows what you're really about because tomorrow you might be about something else. You just need to make it once. Make it once and you'll profit forever. If you learn how to make this once, you'll profit forever. As long as you stay consistent. Okay? Make it once, it'll provide for you forever. Okay? This is the best. How can I get their email to funnel? Okay? In the attraction phase, like for instance, right now, I'm in the attraction phase. Okay? So attraction is marketing and advertising. What is the difference? Well, one requires money, the other one requires time. And they both kind of require, I'm marketing right now. I'm not paying money to show this to you. Okay, I'm paying time. I'm marketing. I like this channel and I like going live because I can just jump right into the pile and start talking. It's like there's already an audience there. I just get to go out to the stage and start talking. That's what I like about it. Okay, it does require time though, but I'm fine with it because it really pays back. It's not a one-to-one payback. Kind of like when you plant, if you take a sunflower, okay? Think about a sunflower, right? You take one of those sunflower seeds out of there, you take one of those sunflower seeds and plant it in the ground, it gives you an entire sunflower back that has 144 seeds inside of it. So that's what I talk about with business. It's not one-to-one. If I take the time to plant one seed, it comes back 144-fold. Like, if you plant one sunflower seed and you take care of it, okay? If you plant one sunflower seed and you take care of it and you make sure that the birds don't get it, negative people. If you water it, show up each day. If you make sure it has sunlight and not darkness. If you make sure that it is protected and the soil is fertile, it gives you back 144 seeds. If you take those 144 seeds and you plant them, you get 144 times 144 in one season. Some of you are just one simple season away. One simple funnel away. And it will explode for you. But if you plant this seed and then you run over and find another plant, a tulip, and you plant the tulip seed and then you find a rose and then you go plant a rose seed, by the time you've planted all these seeds, you don't have time to go check and take care of them all, and they die. And they die. Okay? You need to build an orchard. You need to build an orchard. Okay? It gives you everything you need. Do you do your funnel first, the groundwork, and then get attraction phase? Well, you can always be building an audience regardless if you have anything to offer in terms of a product, a substantial product. You always want to be building your audience. Okay, that's like always having dirt prepared to sow into. It's like always keep the soil tilled and keep it, ready for planting. Okay, you always want it ready for planting. But when you go to do this, it's always in reverse. You figure out what is the problem I'm going to solve and what is the solution. Then you can create your funnel and email automations. Then you can attract people to this so that you can get people from here to here to here back to here. Okay? It's just farming is a very good analogy for this, but where can I find your YouTube channel? If you go to makeonce.com, all of my links to all my socials are right there. Okay? Yeah, you keep nurturing. Yeah. So you're always building the audience. And what makes you build the audience is you gotta know what problem you're solving. Okay? You gotta know what problem you're solving. If you don't know that, it's very confusing out there. It's like if you don't know where you're going, every road looks good. Every road is a possibility. If you don't know, like, you could have the best car in the world. You could have the best everything. You could have the best navigation system. You could have the best, most highest tech car in the world. But if you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. Okay? You could be the best, most accurate shooter in the world, but if you don't have a target, you can't hit one. If you don't know what problem you're solving, you can't solve one. And that's the only way to make money is by solving problems. There's no other way to make money. There's no other way to attract somebody if you don't have something that they would be attracted to. And the only thing that really attracts people, the only thing that people are doing every single day is trying to be happy. But they can't be happy because they have all these problems. Does this make sense? So you have to really understand that all this there's only shiny objects if you don't know where you're going. Does this make sense? And it's not have a goal, have all this stuff, but I will say this. Okay? I will say this. If you don't have a place to go, if you don't have any destination, okay? So if this is the destination, all right? So this is some place out there. This is the destination, okay? This is the desired situation. All right? If you don't have this, everything's an opportunity. Everything looks good. But if you have this, guess what happens? All of a sudden, you can make choices. See, people think goals are to get you motivated. And they can do that. People think goals are to make you inspired and to make you, driven and determined. But you know what they actually do? They give you the ability to choose. Here's what happens. Now, all of a sudden, when the TV comes on, you can say, will watching the TV get me closer to this goal or further away? Or will going and working on creating some powerful content be better? Now you get to choose. And since all humans get about the same lifespan, and we all have the same rotation of the sun, it's really interesting where people end up towards the end of their journey, their life. And all it was is this. See, time never stops. The light is either on or off. It's not kind of on, it's on. So you're either up or down. You can't be up and down at the same time. And you can't know up without down. You can't know on without off. But here's what's interesting. Time is constant, right? Each day you're making all these little choices, and you're either going to end up like this or you're going to end up like this, right? And it's all these little choices in between that are either A or B. You could have went this way or that way. You could have turned left or right. You can't turn left and right at the same time. So this is the thing. Time is constant. All of these little choices, but here's the caveat. You don't know what choice to make if you don't know where you're going. If you don't know what you want. And the more clear you are, now imagine this. You're trying to get somewhere, and the address that they give you, they just tell you the street name. They don't give you the actual number on the house. You'll get close, but you won't walk through the door. So what does this mean? Well, it means the more specific we are with our plan, our goal, the better the directions get, the better the instructions are, the easier the strategy is. Does this make sense? So you've got to understand that if you don't know where you're going, you cannot get there. Okay? And you don't know, should I do this or should I do that? Should I do a funnel? Should I do this? Should I go here? Should I go? You don't know. And so if you're sitting there now and you're saying, I don't know what to do. My question would be is, well, where are we going? Do you know where you're going? Because the moment, it's kind of like the problem. The moment you know the problem and the more exact you know the problem, the more exact you instantly know the solution. If the problem is my body needs food because it's not being nourished, what do we know the actual solution is instantly? If I'm suffocating because I don't have air and oxygen, we know exactly what the solution is. Until you know where you're going, you will never get there and everything will look good. So when I hear shiny object syndrome, what I'm actually hearing is, you don't know what your perfect day looks like. And this is a great place to start. Imagine you could wave a magic wand and you could design your perfect day that you get to live every day of your life. This is just an exercise that allows you to start thinking more specifically. So how many hours do you want to work a day? In those working hours, what type of work do you want to be doing? What is the amount of money that you want to make? Where do you want to be working? Okay? What kind of weather? What kind of house? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of environment do you want to live in? What does the inside of your home look like? If you don't know, then how would you ever get that? See, people think goal stuff is all about this motivation. No. If you don't know the exact house you're going to, you will not get to that house. If I just give you the street name, we'll get on the street, maybe, unless there's another street named that. But if I give you the street and the state, now we'll get closer. But what if there's two streets in that state? Well, if I give you the avenue or street or court, we'll get closer. But how are you going to find the house? You need to have the house number, the address, the zip code, the state. You've got to be specific. And this goes with all things. So if you're having shiny object syndrome, if we do the 5 whys and we start asking the 5 whys, guess what? We'll find out that you probably don't know what you actually truly want to do. Because if you truly know what you want to do and you truly know what it is, you just work backwards from there and all of a sudden all the answers appear. And it's not this complicated, confusing thing. Does this make sense? It's just understanding that every day it's A, B, yin, yang, up, down, left, right, this, that. You You can't be on and off. You're either on or off. The light is either on or off. It may be dim, but it's on. There's no middle choice. Time is constant. It's just a choice thing. But you can't make choices unless you know where to go. You could have the best equipment. You could be the best looking, best communicator, best everything. Think about it. But if you don't know why you're doing it or what you're trying to get, it's worthless. Think about that. And so as it goes for your problem, if you want really good content that grips people and takes them somewhere and they believe in you and they follow you, it's got to be specific. And it's got to have an outcome. Like what is the desired situation? See, most people are looking for this desired situation. That's the easy thing. It's easy to find that stuff. What's hard is to find the problem. Okay? All right. I think ultimately people want to make a difference in the world. What kind of difference? Why? Do you see what I'm saying? If I just say I want to make a difference, that's like saying, come over to Forest Street. I live on Forest Street. You might find Forest Street. You won't find me. So please be specific. Every time you're going to do something, say, what pain am I solving for somebody? Understand where you're going. This isn't a woo-woo thing. This isn't a, oh. And when you figure it out, if you're just telling somebody about it just because you say, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there, it's kind of like mental masturbation in a way. I don't mean that in a vulgar way. I just mean that you're not trying, this isn't about you. This is about this person here that wants to get here, and if you can help them, if you can be the bridge to that, everything unlocks. The problem that you have right now is actually really quite simple to solve if you just get an idea of where you're going. Because if you know where you're going, you can work backwards, and then you know what choices to make. Shiny objects go away. Because you can just get right down into it. All these softwares and applications, they don't confuse me because I know what I need to get to here. So I find the thing that has that for the best price and I'm done. Think about that. Well, I don't know, what platform do I market on? Well, what pain are you trying to solve? Where are they at? Where's the most of those people at? I don't know. Well, you better ask somebody that does. Go look. Go pretend you're the person with the pain and the problem. Go search on that platform and see. Do a lot of people come up? Do you see a lot of comments and a lot of videos that come up? If you do, guess what? They're there. And guess what? Now you know what to look for. And you can go down in the comments and you can listen because you know what you're listening for now. Now you know what type of... If you keep hearing the same thing in the comments, guess what your next piece of content is? Guess what your next subject line is? Yeah. Seek and you will find, not want and it will come to you. Okay? All right. Only hard if you say it is. Don't think it... Yeah. Everything. That's another big point. Everything is everything that you say it is. What is it? Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. It's kind of like that. Be careful with that. I just don't try to define it at all. I'm just like, we have to do this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to get there, but I know that we have to get there. We have to get to this house. It might be part of the way on a roller skate. We might have to get in a wagon, ride a horse, a hot air balloon. I don't care. We just got to get there. Because once we get there, we have the desired situation. We have the outcome. Okay? Everything changes when you have that. If you work on anything today, work on what is this that I'm going to help people with? Then what is this? And really it starts here. What does your perfect day look like 10 years from now? Just do 10 years from now. Or 5. Okay? Stick it out there far enough though, so that you're not so, like anything, it takes time, but it doesn't mean you have to wait till it shows up. Okay? It can happen really fast. When I decided what I wanted and I decided where I was going and how I was going to get there, it changed very rapidly. I mean, within 90 days. Even faster than that, it really happened within the first 30 days once I made the decision. Once I burned the boats and cut the rope and burned the bridge and drew a line in the sand, I knew where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do and what it looked like. As soon as I had that, it became extremely clear and I was able to make momentous change very fast. And you can do the same thing. So what you really want to do, where should I focus first? Consulting or building a course? What problem are you solving first? What problem are you solving first? And what's the easiest way to solve that problem? That's where the answer lies. It's not, because you could do all of those and it would work. You could pick any of those things and it would work. The question is, what is the easiest way for you to solve that problem based off this type of life that you want to live? Understand something. It's not, you don't know if it's a course or a membership or any of those things because they all work. This is where it gets confusing. The problem is you're not specific on the type of day you want to live each day. Please understand this. This is what they actually meant by goal setting. It wasn't so you wake up ready to go, because you're always going to wake up feeling weird every day. Some way, shape, or form. You're never going to feel ready. You have to act your way into a feeling. You don't feel your way into acting. You need to understand that once you know what your perfect day looks like, then the answer is completely clear. Well, based off that type of day, so think about it like this. Okay? If we go back, you just asked me a very specific question about course, consulting, that kind of thing. Here's how the answer goes to that question. Okay, this is a clock. On this clock here, how much of it do you want to be working? This is the question I have now. Okay? For tomorrow, do you want live stream again about teaching? Please answer. Thank you, sir. I mean, you guys are kind of the ones that dictate what I talk about on the live. So you tell me. Yes, so true. Then I will be a deliberate creator of my day. So think about it. For me, I'll give you an example of mine. That way it helps you understand what I'm saying. I want to work from here to here. Okay? That's the time I want to work. It doesn't mean I'm doing hard work. I get to do the work that I want to do, which is very fulfilling and very happy for me. Like, I like what I do. I don't mean that I'm not just saying that. Okay? Really enjoy this. Okay? So from here to here is when I go live. I went a little over today because we were really on a good subject. But then typically from here to here, okay, I want to create content. I do my pocket coaching. I work on my product and program. And then here in the morning, I get prepared and I get things all dialed in for me so that I can show up the way I need to. And then over here, this is where I plan the next day, and I pick up any little things that are left over here. Sometimes I'm still creating. But in general, this is the time that I want to be doing Make Once. All of this over here, so like in the morning, from here to here, I go work out. This right here is when I'm like getting showered and dressed and eat breakfast and all that jazz. Okay? But then when we get all the way over here again, I have from here till basically about here at night to do whatever I want. And this is what you need to figure out. So if this is the kind of thing that you have set up and you understand this about yourself, all of a sudden you know, well, I can't do, this type of program, or I can't do this type of consulting, or I can't do this type of product because it's not going to do what I need it to do to get what I want. Okay? My monthly goals, okay? Monthly goals, okay? I don't know if that, there we go, there. I want a consistent this coming in each month after it all. Okay? After expense. That's the bare minimum that I need for the way I want to live. Okay? I want to solve the problem of helping people. I help people sell their advice to make money online. Because people want to live wherever they want to live. They want to work wherever they want to work. They want to do the kind of stuff that they like doing. They want to use the internet because of the flexibility and the freedom it provides. So I help people that have advice sell it online. That's what I'm doing with you right now. So my marketing's real easy. I just talk about that. I just talk about all the little systems and pieces inside of it. That's what I email people about. That's what I go live about. And my goal is to make this easier and easier and easier. Okay? I want to be able to go all over the world and travel wherever I want to be at that time for as long as I want to be there. That's why I like the internet as well. That's why I need certain amounts of this. Because that's what makes me happy. I'm going for fulfillment and happiness. So so for me, I know what kind of programs I can do. I do the pocket coaching. If I get 1,000 people paying me $27 a month, that takes a big chunk of this out. If I do a Mastermind program, which I'm getting ready to do, the Make Once Accelerator, I'm going to let 100 people into that program and I'm going to help them get to this right here. And that's $8,000 one time. And they get pure one-to-one access with me. And I help them build their systems. I help them set up their marketing. I help them set up their clock. I help them set up everything so that they can get to this. I will give somebody $8,000 to get to $100,000 a month. Every single day of the week, I would do that. So 100 people times 8,000 is 800,000. That plus that knocks out quite a bit. Then I have my membership program, which is a hybrid. It's a community. It's a call that I do twice a week. And it's a pre-built program and course. That's $97 a month. I have over 300 people in that. So now I know what kind of programs to create. It doesn't matter what my schedule is. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I know that I'm focused on helping people that want to sell their advice online make money doing it successfully and consistently. So once you understand that, once you know that, once you know this, remember that's what does the perfect day look like? And it'll change. But you've got to have at least, once you get to the house, once you have the house number and you have everything in place, you can always change the house again and change what it looks like. How long it took you to build the first phase? This is always a weird question just because I don't quite remember all the things that I had to go through when I was like failing all the time. I lived on a warehouse floor for 2 years. I chose to do it. So it's not like it was like I gave up everything because I could. I wasn't married. I didn't have kids. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a girlfriend, nothing. And I just gave it all up and I moved into a warehouse with a friend of mine and we both just paid for the warehouse doing odd things. I slept under a desk with a sleeping bag and I learned about the internet, and we focused on how to do everything that way. And it was actually kind of a fun thing. It was just, but what I'm telling you is, I don't know. I mean, going through all those phases and things, once I finally bought a program, I bought a program that was like $6,000. And I had to borrow the money to pay for that. Not all the money. I had some, but I didn't have it all. I just went all in. I didn't know if it was the answer. I just knew that I spent that money and I had to get the money back. That's all I knew, because it was like I had to pay people back, and I didn't want to have, I followed that, and it was a 6-week program. It was about 50 hours of training, plus a weekly call and a community. And I went through that training program, probably, I'm not exaggerating, I probably went through that 50-hour training program 20 times in a row. Like, I thought, okay, absorb, do, absorb, do, absorb, do, absorb, do. That's all I did. I didn't even question it, because the person, I believed in them and I trusted them, and I didn't know if they were to be believed or trusted, but I connected with them. Connection is currency. And I went through that, and in about less than 60 days, I was at 30 grand a month. Where before, I was struggling my face off. I was losing. I've had 2 car repos. I've lost everything more than once. So I'm not standing over here like, oh, I did it all right. Like, no, I royally screwed up, like multiple times, over and over and over again. I probably don't have any hair because I burned it out being stressed. I literally, so all I do know is, if you get focused and you keep it simple, and you get one channel, one problem that you're solving, one solution to solve it, one social media platform, one email list, one funnel, and one website, and you just focus, and you focus, and you focus, and you don't look at everybody else. It's not about everybody else. It's not about everybody else. I could name a ton of people that do what I do, but it's not about them. It's about me getting somebody from here to here through the problem that I found that I want to solve. And that's all I have to focus on. And if I focus on that and I don't worry about anything else, it will. Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate that. You don't have to compliment me, and you did, so thank you. I just want you to understand. Can you give about your education grammar? If can, when, sir, please, about my education and grammar. How long it took? Okay. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Do you give specifics in coaching calls? I feel like I'm so close. Yes, guys, with my Build Lab program, it's only $97 a month. You can cancel anytime. This is only $3 a day, by the way. Most people spend $7 a morning at a gas station to just pee it out. I know I do. Okay? It's $97 a month. I get on with you one-on-one every single week, every Monday and Thursday, so tomorrow, for 2 hours at a time. I record that, and then I add it to the member area so that you have it for future reference. Every month I put a new training in there based off the feedback that I'm getting from you in the course on what you need more help with. At any time, you can reach out and DM me in my private community over at the Build Lab community. And I've also got a free community, my Make Once community. And if you go to my website, makeonce.com, it says community up in the navigation menu. It's a free community, and I've got a free course in there, or you can join my pocket coaching. And in the pocket coaching, you get to tell me what you want me to cover each day. And if you tell me something that is very specific, I will very specifically make it for you. And you can talk to me. I'm not one of the, listen, I'm right here with you now. I'm not in some ivory tower. I don't like that. I like to be down here with you. I want to celebrate with you when you make it. I get it. I've been there. I always feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm not there. Because it's not, Again, it's not about me. But I love what Zig Ziglar said. He goes, if you help everybody else get what they want, you don't have to worry about what it is that you want. It'll be there. And my gosh, is that true? That is basically the essence of what we've been talking about here. So I really want you guys to believe in yourself, because all you have to do is make sure that you get somebody from here to here, and all the stuff that you want will show up. But you'll never be able to get somebody from here to here unless you know what your North Star is, unless you know where you're going. What's that destination? That's a little flag. If you don't know that, you can't make choices. You know? And if you can't make choices, then you don't go anywhere. You're just kind of like, you're like a tree. A tree can't choose. You know? What's about, yeah, okay. We're talking about how to sell your advice online to make money helping people solve their problems using the internet. Do you help with funnel building? I've already built your funnel for you, Cindy. I have several funnels that I just give you inside of Build Lab. I give you all my funnels, and yes, I'm very focused on funnels. That's very core right here in this step. Okay? Very core. I'm very good at funnels. That was one thing I got very, very good at, because I liked how I could automate problem solving. That's another beautiful thing about the internet. What allows the internet to scale so well is that you're not trading time for dollars. You're trading bits for dollars. See, this whole entire thing that I just created here, this video, this live, I can download it now and I can put it onto YouTube, and it can continue to work for me out there every day. I made it once and it'll pay me forever. That's the beauty of the internet. What, you're not in an ivory tower? I mean, I guess I kind of am. You know, I guess I feel like I am. I mean, you know, but I'm not. I'm just in a house. You're doing better now than when I first saw you on here like a year ago. Yeah. Yeah, you get better if you keep focused. It's really, because you have to work with something long enough in order to see the different like things that happen. You know what I mean? If you just ride the bike around the block, you'll get some feedback. But if you ride it for a mile, you know if you want a different seat. You know if you need different tires. You know if it can go faster, slower. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's a lot of us we're doing that where we're going in a bunch of different directions instead of one, and that's where we get in trouble. In the red this year, as soon as I get in the black, you're stuck with me. Thank you. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something, Mountain Woman Products. I'm not trying to sell you, but I am, because I know I can help. And I'm not asking for a lot. But for 88 cents a day or $27 a month, you can cancel anytime. All you have to do is reply to any email that I send you, which you'll get one per day with a video. You can say cancel, and I just shut it off and it's canceled. But for 88 cents a day, my pocket coaching, it's called Pocket Coaching, Daily Profits Pocket Coaching. I send you one video a day that you get to tell me what you need. So you can reply to any email and be like, Mike, can you cover this? Can you cover that? And I choose those topics and I do the video on them each day, and I save all those. If you go to Make Once and you go up to the Community tab, all those saved pocket coachings are inside of the Pocket Coaching Classroom in an archive. Now you have to be a Pocket Coaching member to get access to it, but you might be able to solve your problem for 88 cents a day. Or you could buy a pencil each day, or a stamp, or a cup of coffee, maybe. Not at Starbucks. I don't know where you get 88-cent coffee anymore. You could buy, I don't know, a cheap candy. Or you can get some real advice that could help you. So that's all I'm trying to say. I want to make it, I need some super specifics, and you're worth more than 27. Yeah, but maybe you don't need something as super specific as you might think. And the great thing is you can just reply to any email and tell me what your super specifics are, and I'll probably just create the video for you. You know, if I could just send out one, I feel like I'm really good at doing a pocket coaching video each day. It's kind of like this, just shorter, more compact and specific. But if I could get 5,000 people paying 27 a month, I mean, think about these numbers over 10 years, like, right? So like, I know people out there that have $47 products and they have 100,000+ people enrolled. You can do this. You can do this stuff, okay? Car dealerships, coffee is still free. That's true. That is true. That's good. Oh, dude, you're just so fantastic. I can do 27. Yeah, just go to makeonce.com, go down to Pocket Coaching, and I'll be sending out a video here shortly. Okay, I worked at a dealership. Trust me, you are paying out the nose for that coffee. Yeah, if you buy something there. Can you explain what this is? Yeah, so Amanda, I just help people take their advice and package it up into a digital product and sell it online so that they can make profit each day selling their advice online. Or in other words, I show people how to solve other people's problems using the internet. And the byproduct of that is time and money. So kind of what I do there, okay? So if you're a coach, consultant, expert, somebody that wants to take their advice or someone else's, this is one thing that people don't understand. They always think about themselves instead of what other people have already accomplished. Maybe you're really passionate about horses, but you don't know much about them, but you want to be in that game. You could go interview 10 horse experts, ask them if you could interview them. Most of them will do it for free. And you would have 10 different sections of a video course about horses that you could sell online. And what you would learn in that event of getting 10 different horse experts together to create a course would be fantastic. And you could also take all those recordings and you could drip them out in a Pocket Coaching or something if you wanted to. You could create just a course. You could create a library of content. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Whoever just joined the Pocket Coaching, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. What's the difference between your 500 lifetime versus the 27 a month? So very good question. So the Pocket Coaching is you get a daily video and you get to be specific on what you want. You can reply to any email. I have loads of topics that I just pick and then I do a very specific video on it in the Pocket Coaching so that we answer the question. In the 500 a month, which is my Build Lab program, you get a new course uploaded every month, sometimes twice a month. You get to get on with me twice a week for 4 hours. So every Monday and Thursday, I get on for 2 hours on Zoom where you and I, mano can talk. And you can share your screen, I can share mine, and we solve your problem right there. I record those, I add them to the member area. You also get a foundational course, program, and community when you join, where there's other people in there that are very good at what they do that can help you and build alongside of you. And then I have programs in there about how to create micro courses, how to create funnels, how to create all the attraction, do ads, retargeting, email marketing, how to create offers, how to build and create digital products and programs and membership areas and just everything that involves selling your advice online, consulting, coaching, course creating. It's just my baby. It's got a community. All of them you can cancel at any time. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you come, you get what you need, you're done. I get it. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So that's the difference there. It's just a lot. You get a lot more of me in person, and you get just it's everything that I've ever learned. I've synthesized down and put into precise packets of information for you to take and use right away. I give you my email templates. I give you my funnel templates. I will stay on as long as you need me to on those calls. I've done 4 hours on those calls. I mean, I'm here to help you. I learned a very special thing that if you help people get what they want, everything that you want just starts showing up. It's kind of cool. It's just, it goes back to, there's a bunch of quotes on it, but whatever. It's just helping people solve problems. Hello, Naya. Nice to meet you. So good. You guys are so good. Seriously. Seriously, I really appreciate you guys. This has been one of the best lives ever. And it's just because of you. You are paying attention, you're connecting, you're asking great questions, and we're keeping it real and keeping it good, and just actually helping each other. This is great. But do I use System to build funnel or other platforms? I do use System. I also have a subscription to Go High Level, and I've used ClickFunnels, I've used Kajabi, I've used Thinkific. I mean, I've been doing this since 2007, so I've tried all the platforms. I really like System. For most people that want to get to a high 6 or 7 figures, System is absolutely perfect. I really love System. I like Go High Level. I feel like it's got more than what most people need, but it's a great platform as well. I use Skool. I love Skool. Skool is really near and dear to me though, because the actual founder and creator of Skool was my mentor. So that I'll never stop using Skool. I've got several schools. Well, I've got 2. I've had more, but Skool is very great. What to start with? For anybody on here that wants to sell their advice, all you need is to get started and to start earning. System.io is really, really powerful. It's really hard to beat, and it's simple. It's very inexpensive. You get so much for a little bit, and it's easy to create on. It does everything that you need it to do. And then if you want, you can add different things if you need it. You know what I mean? So if you want it. Yeah, Sam Ovens. Yeah, that's him. He was kind of I've been to a lot of masterminds. Like I've met with Grant Cardone, Frank Kern, Evan Pagan, Russell Brunson, Ty Lopez, Brandon Burchard more than once. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. Shanda Sumter. Yeah, I mean, there's a load of them. All have been so helpful. Dan Kennedy. There's tons. It's something that I've just been a student of this for a very long time. Yeah, they're all great. Yeah. Is System.io like Skool and Kajabi? Yeah, System.io is very inexpensive, but it gives you a course platform, it gives you a website platform, an email platform, a funnel platform, a community platform. It is fantastic. It really, for the money, I don't see anything out there that can beat it at this point. They're switching us to G-Funnels, SaaS, but not sure if it's a good move. I love Skool and System. Yeah. Yeah, Go High Level I'm getting used to it. It's tough. So WordPress website, I could do everything that I'm doing right now very, very successfully with literally just System.io. Everything that I'm doing. So that says a lot too. I just really like Skool because I love the way it has my calendar, my community, and my classroom all inside of it, and it's extremely simple, and it's my homies. Sam Ovens is my homie. I've talked with him personally several times. He's a cool guy. I love him. He changed my life. He's that person he's the one that really got it super clear for me. He was the one that got me to see it. You know what I mean? So that he'll always, but it's a combination of all of it. You know what I mean? Layers and stacks, and it's all, you can't say it's just one person that did it. You know what I mean? It's a combination. Because I wouldn't probably have been able to see what he was showing me without the previous of all that. You know what I mean? So, would you still recommend System if I already use Thrivecart for my course platform? I think what's more important to understand is what needs to be done. You need to be able to attract people. Okay, well, that's going out to social and doing that. Okay, so pick a social platform. Pick one that you enjoy using the most, and there's a lot of your people asking questions there about what you're doing. So that's kind of the key there. Number 2 is the conversion. You need a funnel. You need to turn people from just people on social media. You need to deplatform them into your email list so that you have an easier way to connect with them on a more consistent basis with your messaging and your values and all those things. From here, you need to, how are you delivering? Okay. Well, you need some sort of course platform and some sort of community, in my opinion. You need a trifecta. The best kind of coaching programs are a hybrid, in my opinion, of these three things. You have a course, you have a community, and you have a calendar or a weekly call. So you have a call, you have a community, and you have some sort of, foundations course. That's why I like, and System does all that. System, you can put your course in there. It has a community feature, and the only thing it doesn't have is this calendar part, but you can use Calendly for that. And I use Calendly anyway because I use Zoom. Okay, so for your call, you use Zoom, and you can get people registered for it at Calendly, or you can use just Zoom. You don't even. Let me take this off here so you don't get confused. All you need is Zoom. Your funnels, System has funnels, beautiful funnels. They have websites. They have everything you need. I mean, they have your email marketing. They have everything, and it's simple. Again, why do hard things and complicated things if you don't need to? I think Go High Level is going to be hard for people we have. It is. System is much simpler. Go High Level is more complicated, period. And I'm good with that stuff. I've been using these tools for 15 years now. So, and it's still, System is by far the best platform. I really like System a lot. It's hard for me to use Go High Level. The only reason I am using it is because when I was at this Mastermind here recently, they gave everybody 50% off for 3 months. So I bought like their very best package, and then I seen that it does like the, white label software, and it's got like all the AI stuff in it and like all this stuff. But I'll be honest, I really do not like their email setup. Like, I don't like how it works. I don't like how it works at all. Like it's very frustrating to me. The funnel building is about the same as all of them kind of build funnels the same way. You just drag it over and position it. It does things that I don't know. I thought maybe I might create like a white label of like all the funnels and everything at some point, but I just don't think I really need to. So it's nothing against those guys. We got to meet the founders of Go High Level, and that was cool. And they sold me on it. I mean, I was sold on it. I like how it like had a bunch of these things, but I don't have anything. It's just different. I haven't spent enough time with it to really give you a solid, honest like feedback on it. I'm gonna keep trying with it because I paid for 3 months of it. So for the next like at least 70 days or something, I'm going to be using it and seeing what's going on. Kazakhstan, what's going on? I feel like it's a bad move for this course. Most didn't even get System. Yeah, if they don't get System, Go High Level's a nightmare. It's just, there's just more stuff. It's more complicated, you know what I mean? Okay, what about ebooks? Ebooks are, I think ebooks are okay for, well, listen, if the ebook solves the problem, that's another thing. But how you use the ebooks is really important. I don't feel like people consume ebooks properly or enough. I think we're in a very video world. Instead of an ebook, what I would do is I would create slides that have pictures on it that represent the ebook, and I would do a voiceover with that and create a video out of it. I would turn the ebook into a video or have somebody turn it into a video. That way they can consume and watch and hear. There's more activation going on, and people are more likely to drive around and listen. Can a course really be made out of interviews? Yeah, I've done it more than once at a very high level, actually. Of course it does. The Think and Grow Rich is still one of the top selling books, and that's basically all it is. I put videos in the ebook, seems to flow better. Yeah, if that works. Listen, everything's possible. It's how you are. Can you bring me the result? This is the key question. And people, they want the result faster than slower. They want it easier versus harder. So you have to figure that out. The best dentist in the world gives you no pain and it happens instantly. I mean, the best thing I could do is sell a button that you press and everything happens, right? That's where software comes from. I'm kidding you about what? Listen, it doesn't matter what medium you use. Can you get them from here to here? This is all that matters. But if somebody else can get them from here to here faster than you, then that becomes one of the things that you've got to pay attention to. But ultimately, for most people, they can get to a very high 6 or even 7 figures no matter what. Because we've got a lot of people and we've got access to a lot of people. So I'm kind of mad because I put a lot of free teaching out there and then saw a big guy use my stuff. That's okay. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. You're not competing with anybody but yourself. Alex Hermosi does what I do. I just named like all the people that do what I do. Like Frank Kern does what I do. There's a million people. But it's kind of like the kid that goes to school and he's like, I used to love math and then I got a new teacher and now I hate math. It's not about you. And the more value that you put out there, the better. It's like you want to leave as many remains, and like that's why I like doing content, more than advertising. You got to do it. Those two you can't really talk about them the same way. But when you put out a lot of marketing content, it stays out there working for you. So you're never going to go wrong with value laying out there with your name on it. It's about the teacher. Yeah, if you talk about like us, one versus the other, but it's not really about the teacher either. It sounds like it is, but what it's really about is, certain people are going to connect with certain people. If I had long beard and jewelry on and biker chains and I had like, dark, and it was like different, like I wouldn't attract the people that I attract looking like this. Or if I had makeup on, it would attract, you know what I mean? Like it's all about, you just need to get 1,000 true fans. What if 1,000 people gave you $20 a month? Would that help? What if 1,000 people gave you $1 a day? Would that help? That's what you need to think about. Get 1,000 true fans. Yeah, just make it easier. It's not about, you can have ebooks and all that stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. Just how can you get them the information in the easiest, most low effort way that actually delivers the answer? That's the best way to look at that. It's not about, it doesn't matter what people make money selling books still. People sell rocks and make more money than most people. Again, what problem are you solving and how can you solve it the easiest way? Not the easiest way for you, the easiest way for them, because it's not about you. Please understand that. The moment you figure that out, the moment everything gets easier. Because you know what? A lot of you aren't creating videos because you're worried about what you look like on videos, and I'm here to tell you, nobody cares. They don't care about you. I don't say that in a negative way. I say that in just a real, actual way. Like, people don't care about you. Right now, you are not watching this because you care about me. You are watching this in hope that what you hear will help you get to your desired situation. Do you understand? And I get that. Okay? I understand that. And I have to remind myself of that. You're self-conscious about the way you look on video. They don't care. I'll prove this to you. Okay? Let's imagine that you had thank you, Stephanie. I get what you're saying. They had, let's imagine you've got the most deadliest disease on the planet and you've only got 30 minutes left to live. And imagine this person walks into the room right now but they're the most ugly, snarling, disgusting, like most awful looking, smelling thing in the world. But they have a pill that if you take it, all your disease goes away in 2 seconds. Do you care at that point what that person smells, looks, whatever? No. And that's the point. Like, it's not about you. The moment you get out of that, everything gets a lot easier for you. And you don't get so worried about what you look like. You know, have you ever seen, like, there's some people that are like really not the most attractive people in the world, but because they provide so much like value and results, they're kind of like, you see them as being like Danny DeVito. This dude's like short, you got a cul-de-sac, he's overweight, he's like kind of, but he's funny and he's entertaining and, you know, he's done great movies and stuff. And so they still use him for like Jersey Mike subs commercials. And you look at him like, you know, like, I know you don't look at him like, oh, that's attractive, but you're like, yeah, he did something valuable. You know, like you hold him in a different place. But it's not even about that. So I'm telling you, you've got this. Like, you don't need to worry about that stuff. Like their personality and how you make people feel, yeah. And just like I'm telling you, if there's a quote that you can remember, at least that, well, this goes for anything, but in regards to this type of business and what we do here, if you help everybody else solve their problem, your problems will go away. It's pretty good, okay? So, anyway, listen, I do have to go because I've got other things that I've got to take care of today, but I cannot even thank you enough or be more grateful for everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for being here. I will be on again tomorrow. You guys have literally been utterly fantastic today. I will take this recording and I'll upload it to YouTube. And you can get all of that. If you go here, you can find my YouTube channel. Just go to makeonce.com. I've got free training over there. I'm updating that site. I moved it to Go High Level, so it's kind of a boring site right now, but it's just got kind of like some buttons. I just made it simple, but I will be updating it. You guys are so very welcome. Thank you guys so much for everything. Really, truly, this has been one of my, I would put this in the top like 3 lives that I've ever done. And you guys have been fantastic. And for everybody that got started today, listen, I'm pumped. I'll be sending you out the pocket coaching video here soon. Tomorrow we'll be on the Build Lab call. And listen, I really, really appreciate you. I'm not just lips or like I can't do this without you. So I'll be here for you. Please let me know in the comments. You guys can email me. Just if you email me here, I can answer any questions you have. And you can also suggest content that you would like me to do, okay? So that is my email. Just email me there. I'll answer any questions. You can suggest content or different stuff that if you want to screenshot this, I don't know, maybe it'll help you remember some of the stuff we talked about. And then there's the pocket coaching. I really like that because it gives you a chance, okay? So thank you guys for all the hearts. 13,000 hearts today. My goodness. You guys are the best. Seriously. I'm not joking. Thank you so much. I very, very much appreciate it. So I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. Go ahead and shoot me an email if you want. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care. Be good. Stay inspired. See you.